This video I'm going to be showing you how to do an oil service on really any 6-cylinder BMW engine. That's going to include the older M54s up to the newer N55s, and I'll show you the differences. Today I'm using Mobil 1 530 full synthetic oil for this oil service. There's lots of good brands you can use out there. Castrol's really good, Total, Liqui Moly. Just buy something that's good quality, higher end, and a full synthetic. Also, viscosities are going to vary between a 530 to a 030. Some people like to even run a 540 on a turbocharged engine. So do a little bit of research on that. But as far as what we're putting in this N51 today, it's going to be a 530. If you are going to be buying a filter, make sure you buy a decent brand. I'd say that's what you'd want to focus on the most, because the good brands do have all the O-rings as well as the crush washer included. Today we're going to be doing an oil service on this 128i with an N51 engine. First step is getting a little bit of height on the car. Today I'm going to be using my set of Rhino Ramps. I just feel a little bit safer getting under the vehicle without jack stands. But I just like to take them, line them up, and shove them under the tire to get a nice tight bite. Here we have our N51 6-cylinder BMW engine. So as far as what we need to do in the top end to get started, really only two things. Pop the oil cap open like that. The next step is going to be removing the oil filter cap and getting access to the oil filter cartridge. Now on this N51, it takes this oil filter cap adapter. This fits down, has a 21mm hex on top, and that's how you break that loose. On the older engines, M54s, M52s, even the M62, it's going to have a 36mm 6-point hex on top of the oil filter cap. I will link both of these tools in the description of the video. Break this loose. And when you're doing this, you want to go slow because this is tilted to the side. And once that O-ring comes free from the oil filter housing, there can be oil that will spill out down onto this lower side. So just be conscious of it. Have a rag handy and remove this slowly. And you can hear it gurgle, and that's air getting into the oil filter housing and allowing that oil to drain down, breaking that seal. Once you see filters like that start to cave in a little bit, you know they've been in there quite a while. Also, this filter says China. Your BMW oil filter should never say China. So we have our oil cap loosened and we have our oil filter removed. The reason why we do this first is to allow the engine to breathe as we're draining the oil out of the drain plug. This is going to give us a way to let air get into the engine and increase the flow output through the drain plug. Our next step is to get underneath the car and look for this oil drain plug access door. I use a flathead screwdriver and just toss her up in there. So there's a little 180-degree turn plastic clip here. Then you can take this little access door off and you have good access to the drain plug. Now you can also take this underbody panel off, but it's a little bit more work than I want to do today, being that I've already had this thing removed and inspected the car. Keep in mind though, if you are doing an oil service and the oil is hot, the oil will go past the opening on this underbody panel. Because the oil is thinner, it will shoot past the opening and spill onto the inside of this underbody panel. So be conscious of that, and if you're going to use this little trap door, try to do it while the engine is relatively cooler. Next step is to get yourself a drain pan and a 17mm socket. For the most part, all of these BMW drain plugs are 17mm. Some of them are Allen sockets, but for the most part, they're all going to be a 17mm. Now we're going to break the drain plug loose. Once it's finger loose and it's close to backing all the way out, put pressure on the drain plug back in towards the pan to keep it from spilling out of your hands. And once you feel it start to loosen from the last thread, keep holding and then release. Now, hopefully you can get a good look at that. That oil is like ½ an inch away from hitting that underbody panel. If this oil was really warm and a lot more thin, that oil would have spilled out onto that underbody panel and made all sorts of a mess. Another thing to consider too, I took that drain bolt out and the washer is not on the drain bolt, so that means it's still on the oil pan. So after this oil is done draining, make sure that that washer is not double stacked up. Take a rag and wipe down the drain plug just to get her cleaned up a little bit. And then we want to go into the bag of goodies that came with our oil filter. And inside here is a new crush washer. And we want to get this new crush washer installed onto our drain plug. Now that the oil is slowed down to a trickle, I'm going to go up here and retrieve that old crush washer I was telling you about. So that's out of the way. Now we can reinstall our drain plug with our new crush washer. And now we can snug up our drain bolt. Now torque spec for this drain bolt is 25 Newton meters. However, I assume a lot of you guys out there don't have a torque wrench. So I just got this thing tight. It's a little snug. I'm just going to go boom, just a little quarter turn past snug. That's really all you need. That thing's going to be nice and tight. I'll just go and double check it. Yep, she's nice and tight. That crush washer is going to compress, and that's going to create a nice tight seal on that oil pan. So you really don't want to over torque it, and you don't want to under torque it. Now we can clean up our little oil cover. It's always nice if you're touching anything or removing anything to give it a nice clean up before you put her back on. And this just latches onto these two hooks on the underbody panel and then folds back up, and then we're able to lock it back down with our flathead again. Okay, next we can pull our oil filter out of our oil filter cap. And if you wanted to cut this filter open, just take an X-Acto blade and cut the pleats, and then you can separate the plastic from the filter and you can get a nice good look inside the oil filter pleats here. Next, what I like to do is take a pocket screwdriver and get in here and lift this O-ring out, and then same with this one on the base. And you can see that's pretty rounded out. This O-ring was not replaced last oil service, and based off the Chinese filter that somebody put in it, they probably didn't have an O-ring kit to go with their filter. And that's what happens when you buy cheaper quality oil filter kits for these cars. So new O-ring on the base, a new O-ring on this little nipple, and then you can take your finger and just dip it in some oil and just lubricate it up real quick. Doesn't take much, just a tiny little dab. Now our new oil filter. See the difference between these two models? They are not the same. This is made in Germany, this is made in China, this has plastic collar, this does not. Take the filter, pop it in till it clips onto the bottom. Now we can reinstall our filter. And once we get snug, just like that, I give it an extra little bump, just like that, and then pull it off. And torque spec on this is 25 Newton meters as well. This is a 1 quart bottle. They do make 1 liter bottles, specifically European oil. Now if you put in 7 liters, you're going to be overfilled by about half of a quart, a little over half a quart. So be conscious of whether the bottle says quarts or liters when you're filling these cars up. And this thing's just going to take 7 quarts, so 7 bottles. Oil cap goes back on, and we are done up here. One last notable mention, it's always a good idea to check your coolant, washer fluid, and power steering reservoir anytime you're doing an oil service. Also set tire pressures too. If you didn't know, every car's driver's side door jamb has a tire pressure sticker with factory spec. Now we can shut the hood. Now to reset oil. Ignition on. and then get out of this screen till you get time, and then press and hold this left indicator on the cluster till you get to this screen. This is going to be your service indicator screen. Then you want to use this little turn signal dongle to cycle through, and you press up and down right here, and then your BC button is to select. So go to, let's see, we got brake fluid flush. Oil service is still 13,000 miles out, so I'm just going to leave it as is and we will be good to go. But just so you know, if you were to get there and you want to select it, get to the oil service, press the BC button, reset, press and hold again, and it will reset that oil service for you. Now we can pull this thing off ramps and check the oil level. Now to check the oil level, go back to the turn signal indicator and use the up and down arrows until you get to oil, and then press the BC button, let it load, and it'll come back with a measurement. And there you go. Oil level is okay and we are ready to rock. That's going to wrap this one up, folks. Try to do 5,000 to 7,000 miles on your oil service intervals. These BMW engines really like it. Don't try to go for anything over 7,000. The shorter the better. You know, it'll keep your car running better and running longer on the road. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go hit some balls with my brother, but I hope you enjoyed, or I hope you learned something new. And as always, folks, I will see you on my next day off. Cheers.